What's it like being a light being? A shadow worker, a starseed, indigo child, a Pleiadian, a Lemurian, a healer, a shaman, a witch. You'll be surprised they are light beings themselves. Whatever makes you tap into the deeper realms of being, a physical and a spiritual being, hence light being. Whatever it is, it's fucking hard. It's fucking hard. I will tell you not. It's hard. But here's the thing. The reason why we've been given so much adversity on our paths is because we have the power to overcome any adversity. And this is the point of our journey, is to transmute the darkness back into light. So people who are on this journey and who resonate with this message, let's just say, yes, everyone on this planet is divine. But with us, we got a little bit more spice to our light, to our souls. But because of this makes us seem like such the outcast. This makes us seem like we can't connect to this realm, to this 3D essence. But here's the thing, you're not supposed to. And when we start to recognize that there's more to us than this fear, all we want to do is break out of it. But here's the thing. A lot of us collectively, I know this is vibrating through the collective right now, and that is the fear of owning our power as a light being. And I know it's terrifying. And I'm not going to sit here and say that I've overcome this fear. I actually am still facing it. But the fact that I'm speaking about it, well, the journey is about to start of overcoming it. And this is why I want to share this message with you today. Because whether you're a starseed, an indigo child, a healer, a shadow worker, a witch, whatever makes you tap into a deeper realm than the 3D, then this video is going to be for you. Because I'm going to share with you today how to stop fearing your power, how to even fear that's stemming from past lives, how everything is rippling into your current energy to make you fear your potential and to fear your purpose. I'm going to share with you here today how to stop fearing and start owning your power as a light being. Damn, I was so I was so offbeat. But I don't know why, I know why I'm singing that song, because the energy is so fucking lustful lately. Like, yo, these human temptations could get so annoying. You know what? Being on this spiritual journey, I'm not gonna lie to you, it gets pretty annoying. It gets difficult, like I said, but it is an honor once you start to recognize the purpose for your existence. So, and that's what I want to share with you today, beautiful beings, is understanding the intent behind why is it that you're an outcast? Why is it that you feel your power and how to harness it, but also understand the fear behind why is it that your soul is too scared to express your gifts. Now, other than that, beautiful beings, if you've been on this journey with me so far, so glad to have you back. But if you're new to this channel, welcome. My name is Brittany Fontanez, and on this channel, I speak about spiritual development, emotional awareness. I do guided readings for each zodiac sign, and I talk about things I feel need to be talked about because it's our divine right to know what we've been told. It's our divine right to know more than what we've been told. Yeah, there we go. It's still Gemini season, and it's Mercury retrograde. So my speech is off. And actually, Uranus is neptile, yeah. So there's a lot of things going on now, you know what I mean? But this video is going to be very unpredictable, meaning that I'm not going based off of anything. This is just really energy that I've been feeling lately. And I feel that this is running heavy, so heavy in the collective right now. And this message is only going to resonate with those who have been on their journey. What I mean by their journey, meaning that they do the inner work, they do the shadow work, they purposely become aware. They know their starseed, a Lemurian, a Pleiadian. You know why you had a spiritual awakening. And this video is for you. So I want to share with you guys lately the energy I've been feeling a lot lately. So I started to realize that I'm merging a lot more with it back into my body. And that's what happens when you start to energetically level up and you start to recognize what needs to really drastically change from season to season, because you're a spiritual being, you're a multidimensional being. We're always rapidly growing. So as we're always rapidly growing, a lot of things are being shed and a lot of things need to be let go. And in the process of this, we start to take back our power from attachments, from these worldly things and people or whatever has kept our ego in this toxic state. And when this happens, the body starts to feel anxious. It starts to feel like it's being interrupted, or it's in a vulnerable state. And I feel like a lot of us spiritual beings are in a vulnerable state right now. Let me take that back. We're all spiritual beings. But like I said in the beginning, some of us have been given a little bit more spice to our light. And this makes us stand out a lot more, to the point that we don't understand why we get random haters, why people always want to start shit with us. Why is it that when we want good for ourselves, people try to rain on our parade? And it has nothing to do with being a victim. It has everything to do with recognizing there's something about you that is different. There's something about you that is not like everyone else. And just understand, all of us come from a different planet. We all don't belong to Earth. Let's just be real. But a lot of people are so embedded in this world, this 3D world, that they forget that they're a spirit within a physical being. And because of this is how we could get so lost and corrupted. And that is the hugest lie that we've been fed. Oh, not even close. I'm going to share with you the hugest lie that we have really been fed, in order for us to forget the power that lies within us, in order to help ourselves, change ourselves, and serve the collective and the purpose of why we're here. So the biggest lie that we have been told is that we are broken and that something is wrong with us. And this is why we look at ourselves as flawed beings, and we try so hard to be perfectionists, because we're always trying to fix parts of ourselves that we think are broken because of opinions that we have been told. And I know this is running really, really heavy in the veins of all my light beings out there right now. And before I continue, I just want to say thank you for your work. Thank you for your love. Thank you for your commitment, no matter how hard it's been. I love you and I thank you so much, because I know how hard it could be, knowing that a lot of people say they're a lone wolf. But when you want to honor shedding darkness, shedding light onto darkness, shining more love into this world, it's a lot more different than people who just want to say they're a lone wolf because they don't want to see their bullshit. This is a blunt ass video, guys. This is the most blunt I've ever been, and the most blunt I'm going to be. Well, it's going to continue this way because I'm starting to learn how to speak my truth. And this is why I want to share with you guys that, the biggest lie that we have been told is that we are broken. And this has been running from generations to generations to decades. And this is why the feminine wound is so freaking wounded. The feminine womb. And just know, I'm not talking about just females, you guys. This is for absolutely everyone. We hold masculine and feminine energy. The masculine energy is the mind. The feminine energy is the intuition. We all own this. All genders, all religions, all races, everything, everybody on this planet, even plants, own this shit. Except for the, okay, sorry, not plants, but animals and people. But mostly people. We own these two powers, these two energies, but we neglect the feminine womb so long, for so many decades. Our hearts are closed. And what happens when our hearts are closed? We're closed to our abilities. We're closed to our power. We're closed to love. And what is left? The residual energy of fear. The residual energy of feeling unsafe, of feeling unworthy, of feeling like you got to prove yourself, knowing that you feel like you're coming from a survival place or a survival paradigm. I share all of this with you because I want you to recognize the reasoning behind the fear that you hold towards your journey and your power. Now, where does this fear really stem from? So this is going to be for all those who resonate with past lives, for all those who actually have seen their past lives, or people who just know that they probably got like me, I got Akashic record readings, you know, I got people who did readings, predictions, well, not predictions, but really have been able to do past life regression work on me, and I've been able to see a lot of my past lives and how it affects my current life and my potential. I don't want to say potential, it's not even potential. It's our divine right to have the ability to be our own sense of magic, meaning that we can cultivate any type of lifestyle, any type of life that we want to create, because we are a creator. There is such thing as magic. This is why there are people who can see things, who have psychic abilities, who are starseeds, who are healers, because there is a certain to us, a little bit of extra that is needed towards this world. But because of this, you know, this causes people to fear us, hate us, neglect us, want to tear us down. And because of this, a lot of our past lives can ripple into this current life and could affect us tumultuously. In a way, well, example for me. In my past life, I was a masculine, meaning I was a male. And my power, my gift, I am a blue ray Pleiadian, meaning that I am a light being, but I am a blue ray being. That means I am a reflection of people's bullshit. This is why I consider myself a shaman, because I can go within the darkness and shine a light onto it. But I was like this in my past life, and I guess I spoke my word, my wisdom to the wrong person. And this was around the Viking times, you know, when swords and wars and, you know, all that was just starting to take place, and everything was just very old-fashioned and very fixed. And I shared my wisdom to the wrong person because my wisdom was about shedding light on the darkness within this world, behind governments and behind religion. Since I spoke to the wrong person, I was actually being prosecuted, chased after, hunted down, and actually planned to get murdered. So I actually was in hiding for a very, very long time, and I hid in a cave, which makes sense why in this current life, my mind always seems like a fucking cave. It always seems like it's dark, but that's how I'm able to transmute a lot of this energy and share a lot of my wisdom and my healing with you guys. And so in this past life, since I hid behind a cave, eventually I was found because, long story short, twin flame thing, karmic thing happened. I ended up being found, and I ended up being shunned for my wisdom. I ended up being hung for it. And because of this, my soul is so terrified to speak any of this truth. And as of right now, my throat hurts because I'm choosing to speak my truth. As I share with you that you may feel like consciously you don't fear your path, but your soul does, and you don't understand the anxiety behind that. You don't understand why is it you're trying to merge with your being, merge back with your alignment, with your oneness, and it's fucking scary. It's scary because we've been here multiple lifetimes. Our soul still has residue from those past lives that still affect our current life. And even in a past life, you guys, I was trafficked. In another past life, like, I was assassin, like, bruh. Let's just say I wasn't a good person in my past lives, but I also didn't feel blessed. And this is why I see why I've been through a lot of trials and tribulations, but I can see why I hold a very, very strong fucking strength in the light in this current life. And I'm a female too, so, you know, just to be honest, females are a little bit strong, so I don't think my past life was able to handle speaking their truth, hence why they shunned their purpose out. And this is why in this current life I feel such an urge and ambition and determination, not to get big, but to get my love through my words out there. And so that is an example of how that fear has rippled into this current life that prevents me from actually standing out and not fearing being different and not wanting to be like everyone else. And I've been going through that a lot, and I feel like a lot of you guys in the collective have been going through that a lot, where you're starting to realize a lot of things don't appeal to you anymore the way they appeal to your ego, because your soul is starting to wake up. Your soul is tired of the ego's demands. meaning that a lot of us are probably tired of doing what everyone else is doing, drinking, smoking, partying, clubbing, fucking, boring conversations, small talk, connections that are toxic, connections that aren't serving. You know, our soul is yearning for more. Our soul is yearning for truth. And the truth is that you're not broken. The truth is that you're not meant to be like everyone else. And the truth is that you have a gift that is needed right now. It is so fucking needed. And I say this because this is what my spirit guides told me the other day, where I had to really understand, why is it that I hold a certain power where it affects people, but it also makes people take advantage of me. And I really had to sit with myself and listen to my spirit guides. And all they told me was that no matter if people make you feel worthless and have made you feel worthless, we need you. We need you. Because little do they know, they're going to eventually need you. You see what I'm saying? So the reason why I share this video with you today, because I want you to learn how to want and need only yourself right now. And I'm not saying don't connect with other people like you. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that now is the time to really get grounded and immerse yourself in your being. Meaning start to learn to feel safe being in your body. Start to realize that there's no need to fear anymore. There's been so much darkness and so much fear upon this planet that I know the higher realms, our spirit guides, our ancestors are so done with it that they're not going to allow it anymore. So this is why you have nothing to fear. But how do you stop fearing? Well, one, you got to first understand your fear. Where does it come from? For me, for instance, what's helped me understand and how to harness my power is by first understanding the fear behind why I don't express my power. And the way to do this, and the way that's helped me, is through journaling. And through journaling, the way I journal is I literally allow myself to sit in a meditative state. And in this process, I'm not controlling my thoughts. I'm not controlling anything. I'm purposely detaching myself from my mind, from my eyes, from my body. And kind of like, it's like me stepping back a little bit. And through this, I'm able to observe what comes up. And little do I know, little you will know, visions of people, of places, of things will start to pop up. That is your soul bringing to the surface what you need to know right now. That is behind the prevention of moving forward and the causing of your limitations. Trust your subconscious mind. Trust your intuition. And this is coming from a person who still struggles with this. But I say this with nothing but pure want of surrendering. When you want to let go of control, meaning that you're not, this is the way I look at it. When I do these journal prompts, or when I actually jot down what comes to mind, in this process, the way to fully let go of any fears that I have personally, I imagine myself on top of a building with my back towards the end of the building. And I imagine myself falling. And as I imagine myself falling, what happens when you imagine yourself falling? It's like that dream when you're falling off a building. It's terrifying as hell. What are you going to grab on? What are you going to hold on to? Who's going to save you? In that process, when I feel that fear, it's like all of the other fears start to rush in. And as I kind of like hug all those fears as I'm falling, it's like I purposely tell myself, I don't care what happens as I fall. I trust that there's something there that loves me and watches over me. And as I'm able to do that, now do this your own way, you guys. Find your own sense of safety as you're going and shifting and unraveling these paradigms. So use whatever is best for you. But as I do this, I'm able to actually face the fear. And here's the thing. There's really nothing I end up fearing. The only reason why I feared it is because I was taught it. Please understand, fear is a man-made thing. We were taught to fear. Because what happens when people fear? They're easy to control and manipulate. But I'm not here to share with you that I want you to be a slave to the fear. I want you to have sovereignty over the fact that you have the right not to fear. anymore. You have the right to love yourself. You have the right to believe in what you've been given for you as you. So the way to harness your power is by first being aware of your fears. Working through the process of feeling safe as you feel through the fear and learn to release it. And the way to start harnessing your power is by understanding that all the subtle little imperfections of life, all the dark moments, all the hard moments, all the beautiful moments, all of it literally makes up who you are. And since all of it makes up who you are today, all of it is needed. All of it is needed. And I know this may seem very simple, simplistic, and you might want to hear something so drastic, something so big. But the thing is, being a light being, owning this power is the most simplest thing, because what you're doing is you're unbinding yourself from lies. You're unbinding yourself from opinions. You're unbinding yourself from a false identity that the you created out of fear to survive. But the way to harness your power as a light being is honor every fucking part of your journey. Honor every fucking part of what makes you you. Example. This is the only best way I can explain it. For me, every time I got invited somewhere, I always felt like I had to go. But I never really wanted to party or drink in the first place. Instead, I'd rather just be at home making craft or making money in my business or just finding new ways I can just serve or just enjoy rejuvenating myself. I have to learn the fact that I am an introvert and honor that. I also realize that sometimes I walk around with a resting bitch face and I'm happy as fuck on the inside, but I don't give a shit about smiling. Sometimes I pretend that I gotta be optimistic and nice, and I'm just like, no. My being is just like, I'm in a meditative state. I want to do me. I want to be in my light bubble. I want to protect my energy. I want to walk around to the point that I'm visualizing light surging through my being as I'm walking around motherfuckers in the grocery store. You know what I mean? Like, I started to honor the fact that, I'm speaking my truth. I'm going after my goals. I'm doing things other people don't do. I'm doing things my heart wants to do. And that's something I've never done before. And that's probably something you've never done before. But that's the way you own your power as a light being. Do what your heart is calling, but do what your being is calling you towards. Stop trying to fit in. It hurts me when us light beings don't know our worth and we say yes to things when we want to say no. When we bypass what we need to face, when we really allow people's opinions to determine our worth because subconsciously we're still seeking validation, it hurts me when we go through this because we hold more power than millions of people who are still asleep. But the best way to own your power as a light being is to honor the fact of what makes up your being. If you're someone who, like, for instance, I started watching these videos. I love these videos. I love cooking videos. And there's this couple who live in the Americans, I'm guessing they said, but they dress like they're still in the pilgrimages, like in 1970s, and they cook and they have a home just like in the 1870s and stuff like that, and they like cook dishes from those times, and it's just like it's so peaceful. And I look at them and I'm just like, yo, people may think they're weird, but through my eyes I see that they're doing what they love. They do what they enjoy. They're doing them. Same thing with that sicko guy. That he's an artist who has this beautiful, magnificent, different types of masks. But he wears those masks and he got flavor and he makes music. That's him. I'm telling you, The way to own your power as a light being is what makes you you. And that should be your only fucking mission. Not to try to fit in, not to be seen, not to get nice clothes, not to get flashy shit, not to be rich, which there's nothing wrong with those things. But your entire goal is to find your flavor. And if you don't know your passions, if you don't know your flavor, if you don't know your purpose, your mission should be to discover that. Your mission should be to figure out what do you like. Your mission should be about what is it that brings you joy. Your mission should be about, damn, what do I offer to the world? Because here's the thing. People may be doing, like me for instance, people may be doing YouTube just like me, doing readings just like me, but no one got flavor, no one speaks, no one got the energy like me. And that's what you have to own. But you first have to own what is preventing you from honoring who you are. Because you got to honor both parts of yourself, the shadow aspect and the light aspect. That is the whole point of honoring yourself as a light being. Your imperfections and your perfections. Knowing that you are a divine being, period. While you experience this human experience as a spiritual being. I know I went on a tangent, but I don't know. I felt led to talk about this, so I know someone is going to resonate with this. But beautiful light beings. Starseeds, Indigo Child, Lumerians, tarot readers, healers. I know your intentions are pure, boo-boo. So whatever anyone has to say about your journey, about you, let them, accept them, forgive them, and let them go about their way. Let them go. Let people say what they want to say. Because guess what? Same way God is watching you do you and seeing how you're doing God's service, same way God is seeing how everyone is shunning the very person that God is going to use to help them. I'm going to stop right there because that literally just, that was cherry on top. Boo-boos. This was just a transmutation video, meaning that this was literally about helping you reflect on your fears and transmute that with light without feeling like you don't have the right. Because a lot of us as a light being, we think we gotta feel this fear. We think we have to feel this fear. We think we have to have a lover. We have to have a family at a certain age. We think we have to do things that are societal to mankind. But what you got to do is serve only your soul, because only you are here to serve you. And until you learn how to serve you with the filled cup, then you can go out and serve through your joy and through your filled cup. But I'm not, you beautiful beings. Just know everything I shared with you was through the intentions of love, to bring out any activations for your healing, to release and start shifting paradigms. But other than that, beautiful beings, I really hope this served. I really hope this helps. But until then, I'll see you on the next one. Love.